Hiya, and welcome back to Password, the game that teaches us that... that the yin looks cute and everything. That's all I can think of. I made the same joke twice in a row and I feel bad about it. Anyways, let's just hop right in. But seriously, Oswin... No, not Oswin. Roswell's built like a double bacon cheeseburger or something. No, a Whopper Jr. Of course, wait. How are we originally going to get home? What do you mean? Like, after the vacation. How were we meant to get home? I'd assume the bus, right? It brought us here, so it'd be the thing to get us back. I guess it makes sense, yeah. Not that it's going to be able to do that with the road blocked. But hey, maybe that's our cover-up. When it comes to pick us up and get stuck, it can get in contact with someone. Means that we can probably meet the bus there. I wouldn't get too far ahead of yourself, but it's an option for sure. Hey, Hoss? Hang on, let me just scoot in. Yes? You're really good at just putting things into perspective, you know? I like to think so. What did you want to do after this? Have a shower? I meant after that. Orlando asked a few of us to clear out for this thing he was planning. I didn't really have anything in mind, just figured I'd keep myself busy, watch some anime or something. Oh god, are we going to get yelled at by the Durg? What's the or something? Might just pamper myself, do some light reading, go for a walk, who knows? What does that even mean? It means I have no plans. Oh, then want to do something together? I mean, we're doing something now, but I guess I'm free for stuff too. He actually is by. Sure, feel like going for a walk? Where would we even walk to? Walking around the mansion seems a little, I don't know, boring. Agree to the walk first, then I'll consider telling you. Is it going to be dangerous? Dave, it's a walk. You'll be fine. Okay, if you say so. I watched as Hoss hauled himself out of the tub, darting my gaze away as I saw how the water clung to his fur. Where are you going? To take a shower! Couldn't you have waited until we were inside? Once Hoss had showered and I'd had my fill of the hot tub, we headed back inside. Though he was right in that I should consider showering, and to his urging, we wandered up to my room. I'm going! I'm aware you're only going because I'm literally pushing you along. I would have showered anyway. I remember from last time.
Sorry, what the fuck?
Oh yeah? Then why didn't you shower at the pool? Because it's nicer inside. And that's the only reason? Also, you were showering there and I thought that might be weird. What's weird is you and Dyson showering together. You said you bathed with your siblings. And they're children, Dave. When two adults bathe together, it's a lot different. Which is exactly why I didn't shower at the pool. He stopped pushing me towards the bathroom once I was by the door, rolling his eyes. It's no different than showering at the gym. Showering together in the small shower of someone's house paints a very different picture. You think so? I think you should go wash that chlorine off. He ushered me into the bathroom and wandered out of the room before I had the door closed. But I could feel my fur starting to stick and feel gross and conceited that maybe I should just listen and question where he was going when I saw him next. There was nothing like hot water. The way it seeped into my fur made me feel warmer than wearing the fluffiest sweater. Feeling clean was great too, but I think at that point it was a more pleasant bonus, which is why the hot tub felt wonderful too. As I stayed under the water, I caught the sound of a door closing, wondering if someone was in my room again. It was enough to make me shut off the water and give myself a blow dry all the same, keeping my ear out for anything that might indicate something was wrong. Hoss? Perhaps it's something. Good thing you're undressed yet. I felt my cheeks go red under my fur and awkwardly remain by the bathroom door. Why are you being bashful? I just feel strange being so naked while you're fully dressed. And put some pants on or something. Get over here. Leave the shirt off, though. Fumbling with my pants that I left on the floor, I wandered over before he motioned to the spot next to him on the bed. Alright, sit still. What for? When I got my fur bomb, figured you might like smelling nice for a bit. Not waiting for me to even say anything, he popped open the tin and I was hit with the fresh scent from within. Again, coconut and lime. And while I was reveling in the scent, Haas started to work it into my fur. Nakey ye, not in this holy house. Ah! How'd you know? You enjoyed it last time, so I figured why not share. Aren't you going to run out if you waste it on me? Waste? Why would it be a waste? I don't know, you seem to care more about it than I do, taking care of your appearance, I mean. Doesn't mean I'm wasting it on you. I don't know, I feel like it's been forever since I've trimmed my fur, too. I feel like I should, take care of that at some point. Then why don't you? Who am I going to look good for? Why put in the effort? You think I put in all the effort I do into my appearance for other people? Haas is a material girl? He is. Don't say the most unholy things ever. Yeah. Think I put in all the effort I do into my appearance for other people? Yes. Well, I don't. That'll do it for me. But why? It's important to practice a level of self-love, Dave. I get that if you've been talking to Dean, you might assume that means something sexual or with Orlando just eating. Same applies to Roswell too, now that I think about it. He handed me the tin of balm before doubling down with teasing it into my fur as he continued to talk. Why not trim your fur? Dye it a bunch of different colors if you want. Wear some nice gloves. Do whatever just makes you feel nice. Just do it for you, though, not because someone else said it looked nice. You think so? That's what I do most days. I know those shirts I've made aren't exactly fashionable, but I like them, so I wear them. It's for me. Get it? Hiya. I don't know. I feel kind of pudgy, scruffy maybe. I also don't think I really have anything as far as nice clothes. Just clothes that I like the hoodie. Don't worry, Dyson's expressed the same worries. He even threw out that he wonders if he should get another orange hoodie to replace the one he gave you. He likes it that much? You should take a page out of his book, though. Despite me saying that orange is hard to pull off, he's insisting that he wants to wear orange. I do not look good in orange. I'll just say that outright. I don't look good in orange. I agree with you, Haas, actually. Orange is hard to pull off. Catch me. Nah, because if I wear orange, I'm not going to be dressed as a traffic cone. I do not look good in orange because I look like the fucking Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown. Look like a fucking pumpkin. Look like a fucking gourd. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. I do not look good in orange. And I would actually say that I don't look good in any bright colors. I prefer darker colors. Hell, I'm wearing dark gray shorts and a black t-shirt right now. So what I normally wear is insisting that he wants to wear orange. Almost tempted to see what level of cringe I can print onto an orange shirt for him to wear just to see. That sounds mean. Not mean if he's wearing it for himself and feels good in it. If it's not harming anyone, why not? I guess so. Which begs the question what you'd want to wear. Something comfy? Blue, maybe. It still has a magical anime Awesome. Please, let's not cause any more chaos for one day, okay? What's the easiest color to pull off, though? Black? Yes. Yes. Although I do like blue. Blue is my favorite color. Even though my fucking laptop keyboard is red. I like blue. It is my favorite color. Why not purple? I don't know. Purple over blue. I just prefer blue. That is my favorite color. Blue. Something comfy. Blue, maybe? Oh, I kind of like the idea of something without sleeves. Then I've got my arms free for activities. I shot Haas a sly grin, wondering if he'd pick up on what I was getting at, but it seemed he was a step ahead. You're not swapping clothes with Dyson. Why not? If I'm taking him out to get clothes after this, you may as well tag along. You both could do with some help. For someone that's bisexual, you're a hell of a lot more gay than I am, Haas. I yelped as he lightly swatted me across the ears before gesturing for me to pass back the tin. Well, you're lucky that I am, because you and your brother are walking disasters. Hey man, I would wear all black if I could. Hell, I actually have multiple all black outfits. I have multiple all black outfits. Or rather, just multiple combinations of all black outfits. But I guess we all are a little bit. He rubbed my back and then stood up, looking me over. How about that walk now? Can't eat first? Sure, we can grab a bite and then head out. That's fine by me. Out as in outside? Yep, we're heading outside. I don't know, Hoss. I promise it's safe, so don't worry about it. After I'd put on a shirt, we headed downstairs for a snack before heading out. Oh, hey, Sal. Hello. He looked tired and was rubbing his head as he sat there with what seemed to be a tub of ice cream. Ice cream for dinner? Ice cream for a reward, mostly. For what? Being patient with Dean. Orlando's with him now, fighting about something. I needed a break. Kinda harsh, don't you think? He wore me down. I feel bad enough throwing Orlando at him to try and help, but now I'll probably have to play the supportive role for both of them separately after they're done. Is it that bad? Wanna come for a walk with us, Sal? A walk? To where? Just somewhere nearby. Haas looked to me, raising his brow. But all I could offer was a shrug, looking as perplexed as he seemed to be. Alright, if I'm not going to be a bother. You're never a bother at all. If you're sure. Of course you're sure. What made you think you were a bother? Just a feeling. The group hasn't done anything. Well, as a group for a while. And if I'm being honest, we haven't really interacted all that much. Sure we have, haven't we? Not that I mean anything by it, just something I've noticed. Well, if you wanted to hang out more, I'd be fine with that. Didn't know you were feeling lonely. I appreciate that, thank you. While they chatted a little, I made us sandwiches. Bread seemed to be going stale, and it was better to use it up before it went bad. Armed with sandwiches, Haas led the way out into the backyard. Haas then brought us over to the hedge maze, and I stared at the entrance into the turns beyond. Figured an evening stroll in the maze might be alright. Plenty of cover from the outside, plus it's been a while. On YouTube Shorts. Oh, YouTube Shorts. I sometimes make shorts on YouTube. I sometimes do that. It's usually just random bullshit. This has been a while. Been a cover from the outside, but it's been a while. What if one of us gets lost? Well, the idea was that we wouldn't go splitting up, right? Sal shrugged, looking to me. I find it funny as hell. Oh, let me just... It's so creamy! I think I nailed it. I forgot about that! I forgot about that! I forgot about that! I had completely forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me. Sal shrugged, looking to me. Are you alright with that? Yeah, just we're heading to the middle, right? If we can make it, sure. Breathing deep and nodding slowly, I wandered into the hedge maze first. Thanatos taking me out here only a couple of days prior kept the directions fresh in my mind, and we all headed forward together. Don't be. It's fucking hilarious. As we wandered through, we ate our sandwiches, idle chatter happening between us as I tried to remember the specific turns Thanatos had directed me to take. And soon enough, things started to feel familiar as I led on. Fuck. The middle of the maze opened up before us in no time at all, and we came to a stop before the fountain. That was fast. Been practicing, Dave? Oh, sure, you could say that. What do we do now that we're here? I expected we'd be spending much time wandering around, so I don't really know. Shall we just sit and talk? Tennis ace, Jun Kobayashi, during the festival. What did you want to talk about? Anything is fine. Boss, perhaps you could talk about your siblings. I've only heard bits and pieces in passing. Oh, sure. What did you want to know? What are they like? Haas started to explain what he'd told me the day before, even pulling out the picture again. He handed it over to Sal, who handled it with such care it seemed like he'd think he'd break it if he wasn't gentle enough. Hiya. While they talked, I looked around, examining the fountain and looking up at the sky again. Haas and Sal's voices fell away to hushed tones, mostly after Sal started doing it. They were talking about something to do with family. Thought made me wonder about Mom, Dad, and Tyson. Dad was gone, Mom may as well have been gone, and while it was nice Ty was here on this mountain, I worried that might change if things got worse. A tightness in my chest made me clutch the spot above my heart and gasp softly, having that sink in. That there was just so much to lose over the coming week potentially, and it was steadily undoing all the work Haas had done in relaxing me. But a sudden yell snapped me out of it following the sound of a door being thrown open. My blood ran cold for a second before it was followed up by another voice yelling and then Sal groaning. I should go make sure they don't hurt themselves. I'm surprised they lasted this long, honestly. No worries, I can talk more later. Literally any time, Sal. I watched as Sal left and Haas came to stand next to me at the fountain. What were you talking about? Just swapping notes about our younger siblings. There's only one on his side and two on mine, but he seemed happy just talking about them. Not like anyone else has any younger siblings, right? Or, like, maybe just as young as Ayano and Kai? I thought Dean had a big family. Maybe he's got a couple? I shrugged, looking over in their direction. I could hear the yelling. Nearly flinching upon hearing Sal bellow and then promptly drag them both inside. Poor guy. Yeah. But they'll be fine, promise. Okay. Haas put an arm over my shoulder, pulling me in close. Feeling better? A little bit, just thinking really. Good things? Just things. There are a lot of things. I know. But even while a lot of them aren't great, I'm thankful for a bunch too. I appreciate everything you do for me, Haas. You're a great friend. Felt his grip flex on my shoulder briefly before I looked to him uncertain. So, about that. What about that? Are we not friends? Not that, just only the truth, right? Always. You're wonderful. A mess, but wonderful. Once more I felt my cheeks burn, but he continued even though my eyes went wide. Beyond the harbor? No, I haven't. I haven't covered Beyond the Harbor. You're cute, meanwhile, and just make me feel nice whenever you're around. I don't feel the need to put on an elaborate mask to make you like me. You just do already, and that's nice. That's because you're nice. I know this is probably the worst thing to ask you right now, but did you want to see if we could make something work? Make something... You mean like a relationship? Well, whatever you want to call it until we know for sure, but yeah, I'm interested. Oh. No pressure to say either way if that's how I'm feeling. I think I'd like that. Yeah? I can't promise I'll know what I'm meant to be doing, but I'll try. Ah! Gay! They're gay! The last time I'd seen a bisexual man, he's kind of an asshole. No, they're gay! They're gay, and it's amazing. Gay in my gay furry visual novel. Oh. But no. This is beautiful. We stand this. We love this. Yes. We're here for this. He didn't respond with words, instead turning me quickly and pressing his mouth to mine. His whiskers twitched and tongue played against mine as I struggled to figure out how exactly to kiss him back. Your gay ass got a kiss. Yes. I melted against him, but before long he was pulling away and leaving me breathless. Wow. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, that was pretty great. Sudden, but great. He stepped back, chuckling. Yeah, I can tell. What do you mean? He gestured downwards and I yelped, quickly turning around to hide my visible excitement. Wrapping his arms around my middle, he rested his chin on my shoulder. It's cute. It's not cute. It's embarrassing. The option is there if you wanted to go deal with it. I can either help or leave you alone. Doesn't bother me either way. Just know you're not alone. You too? Maybe not as excited as you, but if you wanted to go somewhere more private, we could. Won't people wonder where we are? I think you're missing the point. I'm fine either way and don't want to force you into anything, but if you want to experiment, we can. What, right here? If you want, didn't think it'd be so daring. You're serious? If you wanted to do something, here would be fine. I think that's entirely up to you. He wandered over to the bench sitting nearby and sat down, stretching out. That toothy smile never left his face. So what's it gonna be, Dave? I think that, honestly, that's a little much for my first time, don't you think? He laughed, and soon after I joined him. While the gesture was exciting, it was maybe jumping too quickly into the deep end for me to really be comfortable about it. Then want to head back inside? I think so. Even if we don't do anything, just heading inside might be a good idea. Sure thing. Remember the way out? He got up and took me by the hand, the pair of us trekking back through the maze and towards the back door. Nothing was really said, but occasionally I caught his gaze and he smiled at me, flexing his grip on my hand. I was giddy but nervous at the same time, right up until we were quietly behind the door to his bedroom. It is fine, right? Why wouldn't it be? I mean, more, can we do it again? He pushed me away slightly as he laughed, shaking his head. If you're good, now I'm gonna get a shower and we can settle in if you want. I might go get a glass of water. Did you want anything from downstairs? I'm good, sit a bit then. I got down to the kitchen and found it empty, wandering over to the cupboard and then over to the sink to get some water. Do I want to know why you smell like hoss? I almost choked as Tyson appeared next to me. He'd been so quiet and he patted my back as I recovered. Where did you come from? I've been around. He leaned in close and I could see his nose working. Knowing full well what I'd been up to, I dreaded what his reaction would be, trying to drink my water in peace. Oh, dude. What? I'm allowed, right? With Haas? Really? He's nice. I had forgotten about that. He grumbled but took the cup when I offered it to him and drank while side-eyeing me. Are you jealous? Now it was his turn to choke, slamming down the cup dangerously hard while gripping onto my shoulder tight.
This bitch be jealous.
I'm not jealous. It's just fucking gross. Totally jealous. Just fuck, alright? If he does anything to him, though, I'm gonna kill him. Maybe don't be so drastic. I mean it though. I don't care if he's my friend. You come first. The only appropriate reaction I assumed was to hug him, so I did. Thanks, Ty. Yeah, just don't go getting gayer on me and it's fine. I don't think that's possible, Ty. Anyway, figure if you're hooking up with Haas now, I can crash in your bed again tonight, right? Oh yeah, for your headache? Yeah, that's cool, yeah. Of course, hopefully you sleep well. I'd say the same to you, but... He looked at me over, rolling his eyes. On second thought, fuck it, I'm not saying anything else. I'm heading to bed. Sleep tight, Dave. When I got back to Haas's room, I could hear him still in the shower. Stripping down, I lay down on the bed, deciding to leave my underwear on, at least for the time being. You're back! That wasn't a long shower. I'm efficient. Besides, I really only needed a rinse, given we weren't all that messy. It could have been messier. Dave, you have no idea. Wow! Wow! Just wow. Hang on. I'm working on it. Alright, the message is deleted. Yeah, I'm gonna have to censor that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna censor it tomorrow. Yeah. But just wow. Just wow. No, don't ban him. Don't ban him. What I'm wanting to do for shit that happens is I don't want to immediately jump to banning. Maybe timeout. Like if that happens again, Dragon, then you'll go into timeout. I don't want to ban you. Nor do I want you to be banned. Timeouts, maybe. Put him in the timeout corner? No, because like first offense, because that was really a first offense, I think should be just like a verbal warning. But do it again and it's timeout. Okay. Dave, you have no idea. Haas wandered over to the bed and crawled over me. Under him, I felt slightly smaller, the bulk of his fur making him seem all the larger from how he was looming. No, don't put him in timeout. Don't put him in timeout. Not right now. Don't put him in timeout right now.
Huh?
But if it happens again, I'll delete the message and put him in timeout, okay? Made him seem all the larger from how he was looming. Carefully, I reached up and cupped his face. He sighed and leaned leaned lightly into my touch.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
I appreciate you, Hoss. I appreciate you too, Dave. Even after rinse, I could still smell the lingering scent of the balm he normally used. And against the comfort of the mattress, I started to feel my eyelids grow heavy. You tired? Easing himself down against me, propped up on his elbows, he planted a kiss on the side of my muzzle. In that moment, I reveled in the feeling that I had just being near him. We connected in a way I didn't think I would with anyone else, even Tyson, and amidst everything else going on, it was just nice. I returned the kiss and he took it as a challenge, doubling down until we were once again in the throes of expressing how we felt for one another. While it left us exhausted and almost as messy as we'd ended up just before, we didn't worry about it. In that moment, it was just us, and to reinforce that, Haas held me close to him, with my hands holding him just as close. I fell asleep with the smell of my boyfriend comforting me, and if that's what I could call him, it was a comfort either way, and at least for the time being, I was happy. Groaning, I flexed my arms and hands in front of me as I sank into the plush warmth of the bed. In a daze, I reached behind me, feeling behind for whatever it was else pressed up against me, but ended up just getting a handful of Haas's backside. Good morning to you, too! I yelped, realizing what I'd done and being caught off guard that he had been awake. I buried my face into the pillow in embarrassment, all the while he laughed and quietly got out of bed. Why are you naked? You saw it all last night. Figured, why not jump back in bed after a shower just to freshen up? You showered already? Why? Dave, we shared a bed together. You're fluffy and warm, combined with this mane I was overheating. Been awake for a while, as it was just watching you sleep. Why would you do that? Because it's cute, maybe a little unnerving listening to you mumble in your sleep, but you seem to settle back down quickly. Huh, well, okay. How are you feeling after yesterday anyway? Seem to be having some sort of nightmare, I guess? Not a nightmare, just confusing dreams. I sat up, fiddling with my hands. But after yesterday, I think I'm doing okay. Sort of feels surreal still. I feel good just processing it still. Do you regret it? What? No, not at all. It's just, I guess I just don't know what to call you. Your friend's Dave, but you're also dating? Maybe? What did you want to call it? I've never had a boyfriend before, but we're not officially a thing yet, right? I'd say we should talk more about what we need and want from a relationship first before calling it official, yes. So what do we tell the others? Tyson already knows, by the way. What exactly does he know? When I went to get some water last night, I ran into him in the kitchen. He could smell you on me. How's that all? Did you think it'd be worse? Now just tell like it is to his face. I don't think he'd care so much, so long as we don't lie to him. We might have questions, though. And we answer the questions. I might let you handle that, if only to see you both squirm, but if I need to step in, I will. Gee, thanks. Honestly, I think Tyson's the least of your worries. We'll handle it as it comes. Sound good? Yeah, I think so. Now let's get some coffee into you before you go fretting too much about stuff that might not happen. We got dressed and started to head downstairs. Sleep was still lingering on me, but Haas gave me a friendly nudge to bring a smile to my face. By the time we got down to the foyer, he had an arm over my shoulder so he could give me a rousing, if gentle, shake as we wandered into the dining room. Almost immediately, he turned to Tyson and got his attention, and they started talking about something. I assumed him cluing him in on what had happened. Oh, this is going to be awkward. The thing with Dean. I mean, oh god, it's going to be even worse in Sal's route. Because Sal is like Dean's bestie. And it's like, let me think about it. We're just holding down control at this point. Like, that's all we're doing. Sorry to ask this, but now that you're both here, what's up? So you two are a thing now, right? Why? Jealous? No. It's complicated, I think, but the intention is there to see if it'd work, though. Sure work fast, then. Well, I have, it was a bit of fun is all. Yeah, well, it's kind of gross going around smelling like each other. If the positions were reversed, you'd have zero issue with it. Oh, so you and Ty together? What? Oh, big dog. I didn't know you were into me that way. Haas grinned and shimmied closer to Ty, who seemed to be in a rush to push him back so that he was at arm's length. Dude, stop. Okay. Maybe you two would be better off dating instead, huh? I swear, you two together is going to make me go gray around the muzzle fast. So we have your blessing? Yeah, I guess. Not that we needed it, but just good to know. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. Oh god, Roswell! Ooh. I keep thinking that it's going to be so awkward with Dean, and then it isn't. I think Tyson is one of those people. Okay. I think Tyson is one of those people who's like, oh no, I've totally I've totally done this. I've totally slept with like 20 girls during spring break. And then you hear a fucking Grinder notification on his phone. Looking around the table, I checked on the others, but near immediately Dean stood up upon us making eye contact, slowly leaving the room. Soon after that went Sal, who apologized to the table before wandering off in search of his friend. So, now that Dean's gone, may as well tell everyone else as to what's going on between Dave and myself. What do you mean? What's going on between you two? They're fucking. Tyson! He's not wrong, if a bit blunt. When did this happen? How did it happen? Look at the spat between you and Dean yesterday! Kinda, I mean, I had to tell Dean before any of it sort of happened anyway, it wasn't fair. After he'd spoken to Dean, and only after, is when we talked it out and decided to see how it goes. We went to the bedroom. Why are you so fixated on that? He could smell you on me when I went to get water. It was gross. He was jealous. I'm not fucking jealous! I might be a little jealous. That sounds like a fun night. That's what you're concerned about? Dude. What? Yesterday was a disaster. A little fun in the evening would have been nice. What about video games? Not that kind of fun, Dave. But it is what it is. Roswell didn't seem to care. Having been quiet this whole time, he'd started to gather the plates and move them into the kitchen. Well, I guess if you're both happy, it's fine. Just remember to take a shower, Dave. I always take a shower. I hope you're ready for what you've signed up for, Hoth. Hey, it should be said the same to him. Wait, what? Hey, it should be said the same to him. Tyson and Orlando looked at one another, and in that moment, Hoth started to wander off. Ty gave me a look to go follow Hoth and seemed to linger behind as Orlando wandered into the kitchen to help Roswell. I caught up to Hoth waiting on the stairs, who flashed me a smile before leading me upstairs to his room. Tyson really wasn't beating around the bush, was he? You expected him to be subtle? Not really, or at least I didn't think he'd be that direct. Well, at least the others know. Minus Dean. And Sal. Oh, I imagine Orlando is going to fill Sal in pretty fast. Doesn't feel right to go tiptoeing around Dean like this, but it's better than rubbing salt in the wound. Yeah, I guess you're right, but we need to tell him eventually. It's only fair. Oh, I agree, but finding out the day after might be a little much. Don't cause waves when there are more important things going on. No kidding. He lifted my chin with a finger, flashing me a smile. His cat is out of the bag now. If only to keep Big Dog happy, we should probably make sure you don't go around smelling too much like me in the future. So I have this spot I'll probably need help getting, if being clean is an issue. We really should just get you a proper scrubbing brush. Wait, those exist? You can't fool me, your tone is giving you away. Okay, fine. Maybe I just like someone else scrubbing my back for me. That's maybe if you ask nicely, I can help you out. Really? That's a thing I can just ask for? I'd be fine scrubbing your back every once in a while, sure. All the sort of stuff we can figure out and talk about over time. Part of the dating process. Huh, well, okay, I guess I took it for granted with Ty just doing it without asking. Now I have a prospective boyfriend to do that stuff for you. Just don't expect me to go spoiling you like your brother does. Alright, noted. I found myself chuckling happily to myself as Haas wandered over to the bed. Now come here, I figure that it's probably better to have a shower after what I think is about to happen, right? Much like the night before, we made a mess and collapsed onto each other, out of breath but feeling great. Probably could have fallen asleep right after if it wasn't for Haas's insistence that we have a shower to clean off. Once clean, we got a quick brushing in before settling in for the night with a good cuddle. Can they just can the Yeen just calm down for one route? Oh wait, he did with Roswell, not Haas, Roswell. Fucking Thanatos. Someone sounds hungry. I don't think I've been this hungry in a while, really. It looked like Haas had already been awake when I'd awoken. That was hardly a surprise with how early he was normally up. Does that mean you slept well? Pretty well, outside a strange dream, but that's hardly a new thing. Anything with sharing? Maybe I'm still just processing it. Sure you want to not just speak your mind? Dave doing God's work. Oh no. Well, I don't want to come across as crazy or anything, but I might know where another medal is. That sounds like something worth sharing. The problem is that it could also be a trap set by Thanatos. That's why I'm not sure. Third option, of course, being that it was a dream, right? Yeah, I guess you're right. You wanna head down to breakfast? I just have to freshen up, but feel free to head down and get yourself some coffee. Alright, want me to make you some tea? If you think you can manage, sure. Haas, it's leaf juice. I can manage. If you're that sure, I suppose I'll be down to see what you come up with. There is. Haas hopped up out of bed and strode into the bathroom while I followed suit at a much slower pace. Just my destination was the door to the room instead. We made pancakes. Ooh, Dean. Dean. Okay, kitchen group or museum group? Which group are we going to fuck up first? Make this wish come true. 'Cause baby, I'll die sad once for Christmas. Is ass. I don't want to say that's a little cringy, but it kind of is. Oh, the betrayal, Dave, how could you? Oh no, I like it. Sometimes Tyson, help! What do you expect me to say? I believe Orlando used the word otaku once to describe it. He's also used the phrase weeb, so go figure. But it's a good thing, right? No, Not really, but now seemed like a good time to find out how the others are going. Not a bad idea. They might need an extra set of hands or whatever. I'm not too worried about the food situation, but knowing that we're at the point of double checking what we have is a little nerve-wracking. Think about it like making a shopping list. That's all they're doing. A bunch of lazy people not wanting to go to the store anyway. That's better still. Hopefully it's something we don't need to worry about too much. If it's that bad, I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed, huh? I headed back downstairs, making a beeline to where the others were. Ooh. It's so awkward around Dean. Sure, I guess next up is trying to track down Benson. Unless any of you have seen him. Not going to check in with the others? Been there already.
And how did retrieving the sword go?
Not well, they're thinking of alternatives. Maybe you thought I've gone with them after all, Dean. Dean? They're managing? I probably just distracted them. If they're still struggling later, I can go help. We got our hands full as it is. Benson? Hi, oh! Hi, bitches. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, but nothing is right. Oh, fucking Brian, I forgot about him. I know. Leave him alone. Dom looked across to me, a light tilt in his head. Not doing anything to him yet. You can't threaten people like that. I can. I did anyway. Well? Believe it or not, even though I do sing a lot, I actually prefer the background music side of things. I mean, I think that might be obvious with the 3 EPs on Spotify and 1 on fucking Itch. Pushing myself up, I groaned out sitting against the headboard. Took me a little bit to figure out where I was. The telltale bomb sitting on the side table. Haas's room. Where was Haas? I got up, rubbing my face and feeling the blood sitting there, only rubbing in further. I needed a shower. Water ran red from my face. Nose still tender from where I'd fallen to the floor, no doubt. Every breath I took, though, my nose was tender, but as I cleaned off, I could smell less and less blood. As I stepped out, Haas was standing there with his arms folded. You gave me a bit of a scare, Dave! I'm sorry, I just wanted to have a shower, and... Not that. Seeing Dean carrying you from the basement, you unconscious and covered with blood, him looking guilty, not a good look. I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't think so, but still, you're out of it for a while. How long is a while? You missed dinner, but I don't know how long you're unconscious in the basement. Blame the rat. Trust me, I will be. Despite me being naked, Haas kept eye contact as he planted his hands on my shoulders, spun me around, and walked me backwards to the bed. So, what happened? Thanatos and I had a talk, and then he took me to the vault, then at some point he knocked me out. And what happened after? I woke up here. I had a dream or something, though, of Jack chasing me through the woods, too. Lightly, he patted my head, looking me over with a sigh. As if you didn't have enough on your plate as it is. Not just me, everyone. In a couple of days, we're going through everything again, aren't we? We don't know that, but probably I couldn't pick up any lies in what Dom said, but that's kind of terrifying, isn't it? He sat down next to me, throwing an arm around my shoulders. Guess we just have to play whatever game they want for the time being, not like we have any alternatives anyway. Do we just want to finish Haas's route tonight? This is a serious question. I think we will. I think we can handle it. Okay. We have alternatives anyway. Not that includes everyone anyway. Hey, yo! The chat in Streamlabs just fucking died. Not that includes everyone anyway. Yeah. We sat like that for a bit, in awkward silence before Haas eventually spoke. Hungry? Is it bad if I say no? Yes. I grabbed you a sandwich from downstairs already. He reached over on the bed and handed me a foil-wrapped bundle, and I turned it over in my hand. Come on, it's better that you eat something even if you aren't hungry. He snatched the sandwich off me and unwrapped it before passing it back. Haas, what do you think is going to happen? I really don't know. All we can hope for is the best, but we'll talk it out tomorrow with the others. They're in bed already. Some turned in, yeah, but more importantly, not everyone's up for a talk right now. So don't worry about it. Get some rest, cause even after that nap you took, you look exhausted. He was right, and he stayed with me until I'd finished the sandwich before ushering me into bed. I was barely still awake as he left the room and asleep when I vaguely woke to him coming back. He rolled me over onto my side and cuddled me from behind, resting his chin on my shoulder. He mumbled something and I mumbled something back. Incoherent noise, but it seemed to suit him fine. The two of us falling asleep like that moments later. Silent night. Holy night. All is... Oh, fuck. Sleep well? I think so. Seem a little out of it. I guess yesterday just took it out of me a bit, that's all. You're understating it by a lot, you know. It took a lot out of all of us. How'd you sleep, though? You're awake as normal, so I guess fine. Not bad, but I wouldn't say great. Woke up a couple of times, so I'm exhausted already. Once I'm up and about, it should be alright, though. Jingle bells, Tyson smells, Haas on the yin. He's jelly, but he won't admit it. 'Cause he is a bitch. Yay! At least we don't have to worry about Dom coming back until tomorrow. Yeah, that's still not great. We have to prepare for the worst, though, so it's something. Right. Haas got up and looked around for a clean shirt before heading towards the bathroom. Wonder how the others are holding up. We'll probably see at breakfast, but if I had to guess, not great. I'm just going to splash my face and wake up a bit. Feel free to get coffee and tea, and I'll be right behind you. Coffee and tea going, and I'll be right behind you. Yeah. The prospect of coffee urged me out of the room and clumsily take the stairs down a couple at a time. I caught sight of Dean and Sal outside chatting, and upon seeing Dean with coffee already, made a beeline for the coffee pot. It is going to be so fucking awkward. Oh wait, I keep saying that and then it isn't. So like, fuck. Just fuck. Hey, Mariah Carey sounds different from all the other Christmas music because she is the queen of Christmas. She is the queen of December. That said, she serves a little too hard in November. With her fucking defrosting. She's been defrosting earlier and earlier every fucking day. Every year, she's been defrosting earlier. Well, to each their own. Like, I don't like I don't listen to Christmas music casually. And I've actually played some while in marching band in high school. Hell, having a parade in a nearby city, being in that was fucking painful. The only good thing about it was a fucking buffet afterwards. I'll let... Oh, okay. Thank you, Amethyst, for handling that. There is nothing in the world more Christmassy. She eats and leaves no crumbs. she slays a little too hard. Oh yeah, it's all just smooth sailing from here. Oh shit. Oh. Sorry, Amethyst. Sorry. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about that. I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Also, there's an ad in a minute. There's going to be an ad in about 50 seconds. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. Morning, Dave. In a flash, Haas had rushed over, grabbed me, and pulled me over to stand around the sword with him and Tyson. The force of doing so causing me to drop my mug. Come check out what your brother did! Hey, what's your idea? Yes, but once I suggested you were all too keen on ripping that thing off, up until you decided duels were more appropriate. Haas leaned over and kissed me lightly on the cheek, Tyson rolling his eyes. Dude, don't kiss my brother in front of me, it's weird. You really need to get over the fact that Dave likes dudes or that he's not kissing you, whichever's bothering you more, I guess. Tyson grumbled and shook his head, apparently dropping it. I think they're like adopted brothers. I don't know. I think like spiritually and then legally. I think Tyson was like planning on like legally changing his name anyways. Like if Dave's dad didn't die, then he would have adopted Tyson. They are cute together. They're really cute. I'm sorry, Dave's dad, David. You don't got two good boys, you got two bad boys. Why do I look like an Animal Crossing character? Hiya, and I want to look like an Animal Crossing character. At this point, we're just waiting. And this is the end of the route. Oh no. Gonna wait for a bit. I can't be any more prouder of my boys. I found Haas wandering around the place and followed him into the conservatory. We didn't say much at first, instead just looking out to the world beyond from the window. How long it had been between him falling asleep and me noticing, I have no idea, but when I did notice, I let him rest his head in my lap. His fur was so soft and he seemed to lean into my touch whenever I stroked him gently. It was nice, just being able to sit like this again. For the brief time that we were allowed to enjoy it, I was going to. Ugh. Damn it, Roswell. Good enough, do you think, Haas? I think so. He sat next to me as we looked upon Dad's grave, lightly playing with the grass. I know I've asked already today, but are you feeling good? And like I answered earlier, yeah, I'm doing alright. I just figured I'd ask again. Tyson changes his mind a couple times a day, depending on when I ask. Well, yeah, the poor guy got shot. At least he's physically alright. Now, if I could make sure that he's going to his therapy sessions, it'd be one less thing to worry about. We both have been. It's been hard, but we're recovering. At least you're recovering. I am too. It's still just hard some days. Hearing the echoes of the guns going off, smelling the blood and grime even in a clean house. It's just a lot. Has Tyson given you a hard time for needing the light on when you sleep? Because I'll, beat him up when he gets better. I'd like to see you try, if only to see if he lets you in. I chuckled alongside him and he rested his head on my shoulder. We spent a couple minutes like that before I noticed that we had two familiar faces heading our way. Hello. We got to our feet and looked between the two of them. Oswald and his sister Florencia, who we'd met at Roswell's funeral. How are you both today? Better than when we last met, I hope. Sure, are you here to visit Roswell or, among other things? Yes. What other things? What if it was none of your business? Silly Ozzy, but it is their business. I'm sorry. It only took her a moment before she pulled out of her pocket a familiar looking disc of metal. Is that what I think it is? It's a medal. That was rhetorical. It's more than a medal, it's a key. Pretty sure it's just a medal. Can we hurry this along? I don't particularly feel up to playing games right now. But it can't be a key. The vault was already open. What was behind it destroyed. So, like, I don't have any use for it. Not now, anyway. Then when? Next time, perhaps? Whenever that may be. If I had my way, I'd never go back to that mountain for the rest of my life. Which, given I have complete control over that, I've decided that I'm not going back. Yeah, I know Tennessee. A shame, though. Understandable. Good thing that this knowledge isn't for you to remember. You mean... You know exactly what that means, Dave, though for now it matters a grand total of 0%. Maybe a little more than 0. Just let them have their happy ending, Flora. They deserve that much. But are you happy, Oswin? Like, you know, I wouldn't worry about me anymore, Dave. I'll be alright. Just remember today. That's all I ask. Florencia jostled the medal in my direction and I carefully took it, looking at it quickly before shoving it in my pocket. Well, I feel that's as good as we're going to get today. Really? That's all you needed from us? To just deliver the medal? Were you expecting something else? Something more profound? I guess just getting the Virgo medal now of all times is just a strange thing to happen. Agreed. Especially when there was a second one my sister decided to leave at home. What, another medal? Why don't we get that one too? That, my dear, is for another day. Another time entirely, perhaps. She took a step back and grabbed Oswin by the sleeve, easing him back. Best of luck, you two. Yes. Stay safe. You've earned it. Then they left, just like that. We watched them go, at least for a few minutes before I turned back to Haas. Well, that was something. It's not over, is it? Why are you being so melodramatic? Because it's fun and we're in a graveyard. Forgive me for wanting to have a little bit of drama after that encounter. You're right, though. It's not over. I took his hand in mine, flashing him a broad and genuine smile. We still have a lot of life left in us to live. Finding our way was a little difficult at first, but we made it work. I didn't think I'd end up doing half the things I tried with Haas leading the way, but all in all, it was fun. Things really kicked off with something he was doing online one day and apparently now entertains people while talking anime or playing games. I've appeared a couple of times, and apparently his fans like that. Or the ladies do anyway. Tyson shows up too sometimes, but he's been busy as of late helping Sal run a local gym. He took his drive and came back as if nothing happened. Took him about a week to announce that he changed his name and had started signing things as Tyson Holloway. With Sal running the local gym, he'd had his hands full, but showed some interest in trying to set up some sort of summer program for children. It happened around the time Ayano and Kai came to visit, so now he's Uncle Sal. Dean and Orlando started up businesses of their own, if it took a little while. Dean had his cafe, and a few years later, Orlando opened his bakery. They both seemed happy. I visited them every other day to check in. Orlando seemed popular, but never really wanted to settle down. Dean, on the other hand, flaunted off his boyfriend as often as he could, his marriage proposal plans being the worst-kept secret around, too. Wasn't the life I thought I'd end up in, but I was happy. It was a shame that things had to play out how they did to get here. But at least it was a happy ending. No, Mary Haas! No! Welcome back. Okay, it's good to see you again, though. Yeah. Let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, he tells us at the end. 11? A shame, really. There's still some missing. Perhaps you've not seen everything there is to see, done all that there was to do. But don't worry, we'll meet again, and no doubt it'll be sooner than either of us think. Okay, well that's... We got 11 of these bitches. I think there's 13. Are there 12 or 13? What was it? Is there 12 or 13 zodiac signs? Hey Siri. Is there 12 or 13 zodiac signs? Is there 12 or 13 zodiac signs? There's 12. There's 12. 2 more routes. There's 2 more. Anyways, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow for Sal.